Hello again, and welcome to another Here's the Storm Quick Tip. Today I wanted to talk about Towers of Doom camp invades, um, when you want to do them and when you don't want to do them. So ideally, you want to invade when you think you'll have a hero advantage. Typically, this is when you'll call your solo laner down. What you'll see here is the power of having the fifth person quickly respond, especially if the solo laners of the each team do different actions. And so you can see we're going for an invade on this camp because with Diablo and our DPS, we feel like we have a good chance of getting it, considering they're somewhat split right now. What we want to do to win this fight is look for a quick pick, and if we can't get it, we want to leave. We don't want to fight to the death for this because with a Junkrat, because of the mine, it's going to be very hard for us to steal the camp without winning a fight first. So there's two goals here. One is to scare them off the camp. The second is to get a quick kill. And if we can't accomplish either of those, we just want to back up. But you'll see that's not quite how it turns out. So as you can see, we're pushing in. We start to go in. One of our DPS gets thrown in. So now we're somewhat hard engaging to try and get him out. And we're making a go of it. We're not having problems. As you can see, we did not get the quick kill, so we're trying to back out at this point. Because it's a rel, it's actually going to be quite the challenge. We do manage to pull it off, it seems like, but unfortunately, our Sylvanas player just gets hit with Groundbreaker, and then the follow-up mine. And unfortunately, he's going to be hunted down. He hides in the little corner and just hopes Junkrat will go away. He does not. So this was not a well executed invade, and I like to use that as an example because people tend to only remember the invades that went well and not all the ones that failed. So first off, the biggest problem we had is we tried to talk to our solo laner, but we didn't clearly communicate our intentions. What we wanted him to do was see essentially if the URL was going to leave and then come down as she left mid. What we failed to realize is he was going to fly back up to top lane and just continue double soaking. As you can see, the URL responded a little slowly, but far faster than our solo laner. And by the time we really got his attention to come back down, it was too late. Like the fight was going to be over by the time he even got there, so we just told him don't bother. So one of the biggest and easiest things you can do if you want a successful invade or defense is call your top laner down. It doesn't matter if you're all the way up here, as long as you have a semi-tanky, hero composition, you will have time in your average 4v4. Obviously, if you get somebody picked right off the bat, tell them around here, don't bother coming down. But if not, they will most likely get here. And especially if the solo laner is mid, then it's very easy to call them down and look for an invade. Especially, again, if they're in alternating lanes, each solo laner, yours is here, theirs is here. Or in this case, the opposite is true. Well, then the defense is very easy for them to call your rel in for. So again, when you look for an invade, you want to look at two things primarily. Do I have an advantage? In other words, in talents or hero numbers? And if not, the second thing you want to look at is what is my goal here? Am I really trying to steal this camp? Or am I trying to maybe get a kill or force them to back off so then they miss soak here? Am I forcing the solo laner to come down? Because that itself is useful because it throws off their rhythm in a double soak war, which essentially leaves you ahead. And if you can disrupt their rotation back into their normal double soaking pattern, then that's even more XP they waste. So I just want you to really think about when you're looking for camp invades on Towers of Doom, especially because they're so common, what your actual goal is and whether or not you really need to take that camp to have an advantage. I hope that helps and you have a great day.